Hi guys, thanks for subscribing. And if you're not a subscriber and you just happen to roll past and find me, I hope you like what you hear and that you'll subscribe. I don't know where to start. I wasn't even planning on hopping on here today because it's Sunday. What's happening in LA is not an accident. As you said before, everything seems synchronized and planned. I don't think that the timing is a coincidence. This was something that was escalated by Trump, by ICE. This was not something that happened to which they were responding because the situation escalated. They are now really overstepping. These masked thugs, some of them may be January 6 people because, of course, they're deputizing ICE agents. We don't know who they are. Coming in and then threatening to use our U.S. military against U.S. citizens, against civilians. Trump said he was going to federalize the National Guard and use them because the National Guard, of course, is something that only the governors can launch. He ended up not doing it after he said he did. And that's what's really odd. He's praising them and he never sent them. I mean, this is just absolutely bizarre, but I guarantee you, your MAGA idiot friends will think that he did. Now, Adam Kinzinger post, he says, big point is that is being missed. Without the Insurrection Act, the activated Guard troops are now federal army and cannot do law enforcement, period. I don't know if that's going to, if that would even stop Trump, if he would have them do it anyway. I mean, it's absolutely insane. Now, somebody else has posted that the CPB, I'm not even sure what that is. They say, let this be clear. Anyone who assaults or impedes a federal law enforcement officer or agent in the performance of their duties will be arrested and swiftly prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Attack a cop and lifelong consequences will follow. This was posted yesterday. Well, that means unless you're breaking into the Capitol and trying to kill the vice president and the Speaker of the House and smearing your feces all over the wall and killing cops. Cops died then and they attacked cops, as we know. We have video everywhere. Trump pardoned these criminals, these domestic terrorists, and now they will be allowed to be ICE agents. They can be Homeland Security employees. They're not barred from doing that because Republicans refused to vote for a bill that would ban them from those roles. So we are in uncharted territory here. There's no question about it. But it is just so extraordinarily odd that Trump said he was going to be federalizing the National Guard and then said he did it and praised them for their good work, but then it never happened. Yesterday here in D.C., and as I sit here now, the tanks started rolling in, I guess on Friday, and yesterday the tanks started rolling in to D.C. We've never seen anything like this. This isn't a celebration. This is supposed to be in preparation for Trump's big birthday parade next week, the military parade. This is not a celebration. This is scary. It is ominous. It is not something we do in America. This is Tiananmen Square type of stuff. This is Kim Jong-un type of stuff. This is Putin type of stuff. I do not think it is a coincidence that all of this is happening. Well, we knew the military parade was coming. But I don't think what happened in LA was a coincidence. I think that Trump is now trying to exert his authority as a dictator. It is because Putin is disappointed with him because he was not on the ball and didn't have the intel that Zelensky was attacking with drones, the Russian air fleet. I don't know if you call it a fleet, whatever you call it, the airplanes that Putin uses to go drop bombs on Ukraine and kill men, women, and children, civilians. He was outsmarted, he was humiliated, and his military capabilities were greatly decimated. Trump's only role for Putin is to deliver Ukraine. That's the only reason we have him as president, the only reason that Putin has installed Trump to do this, as we know, and I've talked about numerous times. So Trump failed him. And I think that's also why Elon Musk is like, okay, I got what I needed out of this, and now we're going to step back and we have to start pushing Trump out. He's not doing the job that we hired him, that we installed him to do. And so, I've had a couple of videos on that. This was not an accident. This might be Trump pushing back, knowing what they're doing. And he says, I'll show them. I'll show Putin that I am as tough as him. I can be a dictator. So look for Trump to start doing the exact same things that Putin does. He's been doing that. He's been escalating it. And remember, when he was president the first time, and there were the Black Lives Matters protesters in D.C., and Trump came out first after hiding out in a bunker, built the barricades around the White House. Then he comes out, he and Bill Barr and Kayleigh McEnany and that group, and they were using like the tear gas, the smoke bombs, and he held the Bible upside down. Remember that? He, at that point, was asking, he wanted to shoot these people, shoot them in the knees. He wants to do that to migrants crossing over our border as well. He wants to shoot them. And he had advisors in there like, no, you can't do that. Well, now you've got Stephen Miller, who wants to do even more. So remember, right before Trump came out that day to hold the Bible upside down, he was on the phone with Putin, and Putin told him, this is as per published reports, Putin told him, you need to dominate the streets. That is what Trump is doing right now in LA. He wants to show Putin, I can do the job, boss. I can dominate the streets. Let me show you how tough and mean of a dictator I can be. Don't push me out just yet. So something happened where I don't think that Trump bested Musk. They cut some kind of a deal. It's like, okay, we'll let you stay a little longer, but you better start showing your worth. This is not tinfoil hat stuff. You guys know that. You can't see the tanks rolling in. You can't see what's been happening in LA. You can't see what's been going on in this entire era of Trump and still not take this stuff seriously. On a different note, I have no tolerance for any MAGA who support this stuff. I don't care how ignorant you are. You will not be in my life. In fact, you better stay away from me. And I don't have respect for anybody who still has MAGA in their life, says, well, they're my friend or family, or well, we have to tolerate each other's politics. This is not about politics any more than the Holocaust was about politics. Well, I disagree with what Hitler is doing, but my neighbors and my friends are okay with it, and we all have to get along and be tolerant. No. We are no longer at that point. We are well past that point, but right now you cannot look at what's going on in LA. How do you go and have lunch with these people or do your Sunday picnic with these people who are like, yay, we love this stuff? So, we know that the cavalry is not coming to save us. It has to be us. And the only way to change is, don't expect the media to change their hearts and minds or to make them back down from this evil. It'll have to be you. It'll have to be you. That's the truth. And I think you all have known that for a while. But it is now incumbent upon each and every one of us to fight this evil that's out there. And if you're still hanging out with MAGA in the name of tolerance, oh, we've been friends for so long, what are we going to do? God help your soul. I mean that seriously. Anyway, this is some scary stuff, really scary stuff. And I just think it's really important that even if we haven't connected all the dots, please understand none of this is a coincidence, the timing of all of these events. None of this is a coincidence. Trump has to prove himself to Putin because he disappointed him with Ukraine. That is why Elon Musk launched the war. Elon Musk doesn't care about the bill, the budget bill. He didn't care about that. Elon Musk isn't planning on he doesn't want to start a third party unless there's something in it for him or it achieves the long range plans. Please don't be so stupid as to back him for something like that. This is all about that singular goal. And Putin needed Elon's help in 2024 because their 2016 tactics that did not work in 2020 because of the pandemic with all the mail-in votes or paper ballots. Getting my drift here? So Elon's like, fine, but here's what I need. And Trump just wanted to stay out of prison and become an oligarch and make his gazillions of dollars. But they still needed him to do certain things to deliver Ukraine. And yeah, Trump just prefers to golf. He's not even up on things. He doesn't read. He doesn't get his daily briefings. So I think that they were cutting him loose, going to replace him with Vance. And perhaps there have been some behind the scenes negotiations where Trump is trying to prove himself to Putin and to Elon Musk. I'm right on this.